Thank you very much. It's good to see who I am. I sometimes forget. I should just mention I'm also one of the two vice chairs. I think it's important today of the LEP because we have one from the private sector and one from the public sector, and I'm currently that role. So thank you very much. Good morning. It's great to see so many familiar faces here today for what is an important day as we discuss how we, all of us here in this room today, can work together to drive forward economic growth in the North East, as the title says. For those of you, you do know me, I'll miss that bit out. I was pleased to be asked to talk to you today to provide an update in relation to the progress that's been made in response to Lord Adonis's, Andrew Adonis's independent economic review, and also to outline some of the economic growth opportunities that we feel are deliverable to the North East Leadership Board, the combined authority working alongside the North East LEP. We already know that when we work together as an area, we can achieve a lot. And as Andrew's review made clear, this area already has many great strengths. His review identified in the last growth cycle, remember that, the NE LEP, North East LEP, economy increased by 67,000 jobs, more than many other LEP areas, while GVA increased by £10 billion, 57%, reaching £29 billion by 2008. And the North East was, as just been alluded to, the only area in England to record a trade surplus of goods in both 2011 and 2012, plus 2.5 billion and plus 4.8 billion respectively. The profile of the North East as a net exporter then makes it unique in the UK, and export performance is one of the defining features of our area. We've also successfully captured inward investment over recent decades, and over 42,000 jobs have been created in the North East between 2005, 6 and 2012 through foreign direct investment, FDI. We should not forget these things because they're a signal of just what is possible. By way of a reminder, or indeed background for those of you who may be unaware, the North East Leadership Board was established in 2012. Building on the successful track record, and I want to emphasise that the 7 local authorities already had of working together, despite what you might hear elsewhere. The Leadership Board is made up of the leaders or elected mayor from Durham, Gateshead, Newcastle, North Tyneside, Northumberland, South Tyneside and Sunderland councils. The 7 authorities already had a strong desire to deepen and formalise our collaboration, to maximise the opportunities for enabling economic growth in the area. So we were very pleased that Lord Adonis's North East Independent Economic Review gave a ringing endorsement to our ambition and strongly supported establishment of a new statutory body to provide a firm platform to progress ambitions for growth and productivity. Similarly, the Heseltine Review emphasised the role of local areas in driving growth and the importance of collaboration in this context to address issues at an appropriate scale. It's probably worth saying a little bit here about what a combined authority is and what it is not. It is a formal statutory structure to lead collaboration on activities that, delivered collectively, will drive growth, with democratic and financial accountability for decision-making and delivery, requiring audit and scrutiny arrangements. It can act as the accountable body for devolved funding, and government could cede powers to the new body. It is established voluntarily between local authorities to further collaboration to achieve added value. It is not imposed upon them. It is not about local government reorganisation or relinquishing powers to another body. Nor would it replace the LEP, the Local Enterprise Partnership, of which the local authorities are a part, but it will work hand in glove in partnership with the LEP and many others. This is about our coming together and speaking with one voice to lobby, influence and enable, to deliver the step change we need if we're to tackle some of the issues inherent in our local economy, and to provide the much-needed stimulus for growth that's essential to ensure the people, businesses and places in our area flourish. I firmly believe, and as do my colleagues on the Leadership Board, believe we have a tremendous opportunity here. We're in the first wave of areas bringing forward this new approach. We have a real opportunity to bring together a powerful business voice and democratic accountability in a new type of model that we've not had before. The North East is in the vanguard of this new way of working. The Leadership Board undertook an evidence review setting out rationale to work collaboratively across our area to accelerate economic growth, and our draft scheme was submitted to government in July. We understand, and I'm being told it again this morning, we understand government will shortly, hopefully in 2 weeks, publish their consultation on our proposals. And subject to that consultation and the successful passage through Parliament, We're planning that the new body will be formally up and running by 1st of April next year, 2014. Our intention is to operate in shadow form at the earliest opportunity. Excuse me. As most of you will be aware, our initial focus will be on economic growth, skills, inward investment and transport, which of course includes, excuse me, iPad just suddenly went off, it's fine. Give me a sec. Which of course, and that last bit, the transport, which of course includes Newcastle International Airport Board and the local transport body, already set up of course. Clearly there's a scope to develop further in future, but we now have a real opportunity for policy coordination and integration across different policy themes, using that single and powerful voice I talked about earlier, working in partnership. So much activity has taken place this year, with Lord Adonis and his team producing an exceptionally useful review, and I agree with what's been said about that identified some of the main areas we should be targeting collectively to make a difference. And already there's been much progress made. The development of the strategic economic plan will build on all the work that's been done and provide us with a long-term, intelligence-led strategic approach, which is as future-proofed as possible to make sure we are not diverted off course. Together, through this shared strategy, we will achieve greater clarity and alignment of priorities across our area, making sure that we have a flexible, responsive and joined-up approach to funding opportunities. And we will coordinate with neighbouring areas, particularly Tees Valley, but also looking north to Scotland, to maximise the opportunities and voice for the north. On skills, we'll be seeking to achieve a coherent skills plan for the area, aligning skills provision to key sector needs and demands, making sure that employers are placed at the centre of the design and delivery of the skills system. And already a national pilot has been announced by the Business Secretary, naming the North East LEP, us, as one of the pilots around skills provision. On inward investment, we've agreed a coordinated approach and have established an investment gateway. A coordinator has been appointed with a shared budget for strategic capacity for inquiry handling and relationship building. This draws on the skills within the North East LEP and the wider business community to provide sector-led expertise and have a strong ambassadorial role. We're aiming to streamline our engagement with UKTI and other government stakeholders and are developing our approach to proactive inquiry generation and coordinated promotion of our area. On transport, we've established the local transport body, which provides leadership and an area-wide voice on key strategic transport issues. We've agreed a programme of local major transport schemes in addition to the £64 million scheme for the A1 Western Bypass and the pinch points funding of £32 million. And to enable better, more strategic, long-term planning of transport priorities, long overdue, we're calling on the Department for Transport to give us 10-year allocations of funding. There's also strong representation from the area on transport topics of national significance, including rail, a strategic road network, and our ports. And discussions are ongoing about the East Coast Main Line, the North East Rail Strategy, and franchising opportunities. The joint working also enables the potential for greater coordination to enable improvement to the area's public transport network. For example, through quality contracts and smart ticketing, being in the news a bit lately. The things I've mentioned are being worked on in partnership between the LEP board, the local authorities, the wider business community, higher and further education, and other stakeholders. We have a major opportunity here to provide a strong and unified voice for the area, to be clear about what we want to achieve and why. It is in all our interests to work towards a seamless approach to delivering the ambitions we should all jointly own and share, ensuring all partners play their strengths. We need to design effective interventions so we can improve our economic outcomes. As I said earlier, we have so much to be proud of in this area, and we have some fantastic success stories. But we know that in a global context, we need to do even more, so that together we can achieve more and better jobs, remember them, for the people of this area. Thank you very much.